Hi everyone, Jen Pike here, the host of Simplicity TV and the founder of both the Simplicity Project and the Hormone Project. Today's day 7. Day 7 of Simplicity in 7. So many tips and strategies and suggestions that I have been giving you over the last little bit. And I would be completely remiss to talk about so many of the tangible things that we can be doing without talking to you about the huge importance of your mindset. That, everything else, the digestion, the blood sugar, the inflammation, the exercise, the skin, respiratory, lymph system, all of that, it really doesn't account for anything in the full picture of what we're after if we still have a negative way of thinking about why we're doing this. And what I mean by that is that we're doing it simply because someone is telling us to do it. We still don't understand why we're doing it. We have this really rigid, almost fear-based energy around it that if you don't do it perfectly, you don't do it all the time, that you're not going to have the health that you want, that something really bad is going to happen. It doesn't make you holistic, whatever it may be. And that's a really slippery slope to be on. And I watch people have that very linear, rigid, super strict approach all the time. And I'm telling you, their poor little adrenals are just crying out for help in the background. No one can maintain that act. So when we're talking about having a healthy mindset when it comes to having a healthy body, it really is about creating more simplicity. It's knowing and saying to yourself, like, I'm going to do the best I can with what I know, with what I have in the current time that I have or I'm in my life right now. And this means that you can't, later, once you've set the foundation, mindset happens in motion as you flow and as you go. But in the beginning, when this is new to you, your part of your healthy mindset is that you have to sit down and actually look at the reality of your life. You have to have your calendar there. You have to look at the list of what you're doing versus what you want to be doing. You have to cross some things out. You have to change some things over. You have to talk with your family. You got to figure out what everybody else has going on. All of this is going to help to create some more ease for you so that when you set out with these goals of, I'm going to heal my gut, I'm going to work on, balancing my adrenals. I'm going to start to exercise. I'm going to cook more recipes. And then that's you, the individual, and you're stepping into your family life with your kids and your spouse and your job. All of a sudden it becomes, instead of this really happy, awesome experience, it becomes really heavy, feels like another friggin' job, another task that you've got on there, and you're just not going to do it. And then you feel like you have failed. And then that really contributes to a crappy mindset. And we want to pull ourselves out of that. So instead of always thinking about the to-do list, the task, the thing you have to buy, the thing you have to create, can you in the beginning, can you just actually sit back and give yourself 5 minutes of silence? Can you park at the grocery store and wait to go into the store and close your eyes and take a couple of deep breaths? Can you remind yourself in those struggling moments, like, why you're doing this for you? Maybe right now you're saying it's because you want to weigh less, you want to see a different, size looking back at you in your pants. But I bet it's probably because you want to get up in the morning when your alarm goes off and actually have some energy. You want to be able to greet your family with joy and actual interest in talking to them instead of like, God, I got to go downstairs, and when I get down there, they're gonna want something. They need to be fed. I need to make lunches, and it already you're stuck in the muck of it because you're not feeling better. As where if you woke up with energy and you had a bit more, pep in your step, and you did a little bit of movement for yourself, or you breathed in a great essential oil, or you used a chemical-free toothpaste. I know that sounds silly, but I'm telling you, those things make an impact. You're able to come downstairs and be like, okay, I'm more resilient. I can manage this. Like, no one can kind of take how good I feel away from me. Surround yourself too in your environment. Like, look around. What words are looking back at you in your home? What are you listening to? Are you listening to CNN and negative news that is nonstop delivering all the garbage that's happening in our world? Or do you listen to podcasts that are feeding back into how you want to feel and what you want to create? Who are the people you spend time with? Are they negative Nellies all the time and Debbie Downers? And, they're always like, everything is, the sky is falling, and they're pessimistic. Get away from them. Start to surround yourself with people who are more positive, right? Like, are you wanting to exercise more, but you're hanging out with the people who just want to sit on the couch? Do you want to eat healthier, but you're going to, the wing bar to eat your dinner? Like, start to look at the congruency and the incongruence in your life. Read different books. Listen to different music. put on different clothes. Like sometimes, you hear that thing of you got to kind of fake it till you make it. In the beginning, you have to build this environment up around you that might feel really foreign and might not feel like who you are. And you're kind of just trying it on for size. And you'd be amazed over the course of a day of just having a different scent in your home, a natural one, go with essential oils, of having different colors around you, of having different words that you look at, of hearing a different positive voice in the background, how incredibly impactful that can be in helping you make those different choices, and then how you show up with everyone you're interacting with in your life. So if I can paint a little picture for you, when you wake up in the morning and you have water next to your bed and you drink it, and when you walk into the washroom, you actually smile at yourself in the mirror, and you use natural skincare products that you're bathing your body with nourishment right from there, and you come downstairs and you have some more water and make a great elixir instead of a dehydrating estrogenic coffee, which at some point you can have again, but just stay with me on this. You start to already create that balance. You can interact with your family, and even on the craziest of mornings, because I'm going to tell you, like 7 out of 7 mornings are crazy around here. I have kids, I get it. But you've already started to set that pace for yourself. You create a little bit of exercise and movement, you give yourself the surge of endorphins. You create an incredible smoothie for yourself later, you're stabilizing this energy as you go. You have a healthy lunch in the afternoon instead of skipping it or choosing something really sweet. Your blood sugar's balanced, which means mentally you're balanced. Your cortisol is in balance, which means your moods aren't all over the place. You come home, you can greet your kids, you've maybe done a bit of meal prep, and even if you're having, no big deal, because now that you've been doing all this positive stuff, you only have healthy ingredients in your house. So your worst case of chuck it in, dinner, meal, bowl, whatever it is you create is still gonna be beautiful because the ingredients you have in your home are beautiful. You rush off, you do whatever it is you do, you get home, you sit back, you read one of your good books, you listen to your great podcast, you get into bed, you have your oils, you use your therapy balls, whatever. Like that can be your day. And there's still the regular stuff of your job, your kids, everything happening. But instead of it being you wake up and you skip breakfast, you grab a coffee, you have a muffin, you eat some Timbits, you have a number one combo in the afternoon, you have that energy slump, you grab the chocolate bar, you get home and all you want is to consume a brick of cheese and have a couple of glasses of wine so that you can get through your night with your family, and then you Netflix yourself to sleep. Like, what one of those sounds better? What one do you think is gonna feel better? And sometimes, most of the time, it's not all of one of those things at once. So just start somewhere. Read the chapter, The Art of Simplicity. Implement some of these tips and some strategies. Go back and watch all 7 of these videos as many times as you need to until you get to that place where you're like, you know what? I am ready to start that one thing. And that one thing becomes everything. And that one thing ultimately starts to just become part of who you are and what you do. And that's where your journey begins. I am in year 23 of mine. And I have no plans on stopping, and I don't get frustrated that it isn't all happening now because it gives me something to look forward to every day that I wake up. This body, it's all about progress over perfection. That's how you create your simplicity body. That's how you create your hormonal balance. That is how you create more simplicity and ease in all of it. I hope you've enjoyed this series. I've enjoyed teaching you this series, and who knows, maybe we'll do many more of these Simplicity in 7s as we move forward. But for today, you go off, create a fantastic day for yourself, and cheers to more simplicity and more ease in all that you do.